Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about our test procedures for the next upcoming release, somewhere around the 15th of January. There's still a week to go, and there's still a lot of ground to cover for the final release to be ready. And today I want to discuss a little bit on what we do to make sure that the firmware and software are, well, almost bug-free and reliable. In the previous release, in the 2018, there were still a few issues where a cell capacity could be reported wrongly due to a bug that existed in that firmware, which is now fixed in version, I think 2023 we might end up, depending on the test results. And that will be released around the 15th of January, together with the new software, which you will see soon. So what do we do for testing? Well, as you can see, I've got 3 of them fully loaded. We're continuously running different types of charge, discharge, workflows, different scenarios within the workflow to see if we can find any issues down the line. Also, the SQLite and the MS SQL are tested to make sure that both databases are performing as good as possible. Now, what did we do to get rid of that capacity related issue? Well, there were a few things in the software that needed to be fixed, which caused a possible reset of the counter during discharge or charge cycles. And to prevent that and make sure that we flush out all those issues, we purchased 3 different models of chargers. And we're comparing those results between the MegaCellCharger and, in this case, starting with the LitoCala version 500, the Opus BTC 3100 version 2.1, if I'm not mistaken, and of course also the SkyRC, which has been highlighted. And even for the SkyRC, there is a USB interface on the side which shows a PC link. We're currently writing an API to interface the SkyRC with the MegaCellCharger to allow also for those that are using SkyRC chargers to use the MegaCellMonitor to capture all the information of your charge cycle. The existing software of the SkyRC is very rudimentary and has a few drawbacks because it doesn't have any reporting, no cell database, no repacker functionalities, stuff like that. So it's really like you can test your cell, but then the test results are gone. So we're trying to get this one integrated. Still a lot of work to do. Will not be in the upcoming release, but it will be somewhere in the release of June, July. Then you can plug in your SkyRC as well and use that as an input together with the MegaCellCharger. Now, if you have any other chargers that are supporting a API or an interface, let me know. Then we'll try to see if we can add that API into the MegaCellCharger, in the MegaCellMonitor as well. All right. So what we do, we're basically doing a low voltage check. Then we're doing a hold timer of 5 minutes. We do an MCAP. And with the MCAP, we're capturing the measurement, print a label, stack it onto the MegaCell charge the batteries. And then we rotate from one charger to the other, making sure that the measured capacity is almost similar to what a LitoCala, Opus or SkyRC is giving. Of course, there will be deviations. Every charger has its own way of charging. What I see in the SkyRC is that they are using a high frequency charge up to 4.25 volts. So that will be different from a Opus, which is using a pulse width modulated charge curve on, I think it was somewhere around 200 Hertz. So those changes are expected in capacity because you're testing with 3 different chargers. That's not an issue at all. The only thing is that the deviations between the battery charges, so if this says it's 2000 milliamps, it records 2100, 2050, 22, then the next one that you put in, which is like, let's say 3000 milliamps, should be then equally in difference. So it will be 3200, 3100, and then 3400 in the SkyRC. So once those deviations are exactly the same, for the cells tested under the same conditions, and luckily my area doesn't have any issues with temperature fluctuations, then that should be good. Those test results I will post. We'll do that throughout the week, making sure that we have a good baseline, and then yeah, we can basically say it's good for production. The same applies for the software, making sure that it works, it runs smooth, there are no issues identified, and the beta test has already flushed out a lot. So thank you for that. And then yeah, stay tuned, because just a few more days and then you have the new release of the firmware and software at hand. All right, thank you all.